Hello and welcome or welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I am doing the unpopular opinion book tag because we know that I have a lot of those. The creator of this tag is the book Archer, and I will be sure to leave a link to her video down below. I wasn't actually tagged by anyone, but I feel like this one's gonna be pretty fun. The first question is, name a popular book or series that you didn't like. I will have to go with, as far as book, I would say Perks of Being a Wallflower for multiple reasons, but I have an issue with the way that people present that as a love story because it is very clearly not a love story, and luckily somebody told me that before I read it. But yeah, stop, that's not a love story. Nothing about it is cute. And for series, I would say The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare because it's too tropey, too much girl hate. I don't like Clary. I don't like a lot of the characters actually, so. The second question is a popular book or series that you love but that everyone else seems to hate. For some reason, people seem to dislike the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, and I'm not 100% sure why. I loved it. I thought it was great, but as I mentioned before, it was one of the very first fantasy series that I ever read, so that might be why. I don't know. I don't get it. I thought it was really good. The third question is an interesting one. It's name a love triangle where the main character did not end up with the person that you wanted them to, or an OTP that you just don't like. And y'all know how I feel about love triangles. Hate them, think they're pointless, but it could be because I've never seen one well done. But if I had to pick an OTP that I don't like, I'd probably say Jason Clary from The Mortal Instruments, just because I don't really like either one of them. Or Bella and Edward, because that entire relationship was toxic. But I don't think I've ever read a love triangle where the main character ended up with someone that I didn't like. Either I didn't like all of them, or I just felt like it wasn't an actual love triangle, you know, like they're obviously gonna end up with one person and not the other person. So the fourth question is, what is a popular genre that you hardly ever reach for? We all know the answer to this. It's romance, but we're working on that. Otherwise, I'd probably say sci-fi. The only sci-fi I've ever read are the Illuminae files, and yeah, that's literally the only thing that's classified as sci-fi that I've ever read. So if you have sci-fi recommendations, please leave them in the comments. I'm not against sci-fi, I just don't really know where to start. The fifth question is, who is a popular or beloved character that you don't like? My number one choice for that would have to be Simon from The Mortal Instruments. I don't do well with the male best friend who thinks he's entitled to his best friend's love or attention or affection. Like, you're not. Get over yourself. Simon was just really annoying. So the next question is a popular author that you can't seem to get into. I don't think I have an answer for this one. There are popular authors that I'm not interested in reading, but no one that I've read and just really disliked. I mean, there are authors that I've stopped reading for various reasons, but not necessarily because I didn't like their writing. So I don't know. I don't think I have an answer for that one, at least not yet. The next question is a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. There's a lot. Basically any romantic tropes. Insta love, friends to lovers, I'm not deserving of love because of family trauma, love triangles. The next question is a popular series that you have no interest in reading. Even though I have some of the books in this series, I really have no motivation to even start reading Throne of Glass. I thought I really wanted to read it. I've heard good things. Maybe if I read the first book, my mind will change. I don't know. It's been sitting there for a really long time, to be honest. I also thought that I was going to reread Shatter Me since the series got extended. However, I think what I might do is reread Shatter Me, the very first book, and just see how it goes. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna unhaul them because I've been hearing things. Some people really aren't liking the fourth book, which is a huge disappointment. But I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it the same way that I did the first time I read it, whenever that was. So we'll see. And the last question is, the saying goes the book is always better than the movie, but what is a movie or TV show where the adaptation was better than the book? I would have to say A Walk to Remember and The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. I feel like there's one more, not a Nicholas Sparks book, but one more where I like the movie better. I'm just not sure what it is right now off the top of my head. I'm not sure about To All the Boys I Loved Before. I've only seen the movies. Don't really plan on reading the books because YA romance is definitely not something that I like. So for now, I will just stick with those two. Those are all of the questions. I am going to tag Dasha from Mythic Pages, April from 12 Months of April, Erica from Clean Read Mom, and Robin from Robin Reads. So if the four of you want to do this tag, I look forward to seeing it. If not, that's fine. Hopefully I didn't come for any of your faves, and if I did, well, it's okay. No hard feelings, right? Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.